Welcome back. Bonnie-Jeanne, you and your colleagues have come up with a potential solution to try to solve this longevity issue. And before we get into that, let's run through some of the current solutions that are out there that try to solve this problem. The first one is defined benefit plans, because it does seem to address the issue. So is the problem that there just aren't enough of those plans out there?
Yeah, precisely. So there's been a shift really in the private sector away from defined benefit pension plans to either group RSPs or defined contribution plans. So the vast majority of private sector workers do not have access to DB plans.
Okay. Life annuities. This is a big one. It tries to solve the problem, but there's pros and there are cons. Can you walk us
Right.
through that?
Exactly. So Canadians, as we discussed earlier, they basically have been saving in their private accounts. And we actually, in our research, found that there's $1.5 trillion of registered savings in either DC plans and RSP. So there's a lot of saving there. And Canadians really have two options at retirement, what to do with those savings. It's either to buy an annuity from a life insurance company or to move their personal savings into a retirement income fund, a RIF, registered retirement income fund. The the benefits of the annuity is that they provide that longevity protection, so that they have the security of knowing that this income will be there until they actually pass away. The downfall of the annuities is that people just don't are not attracted to them. They're traditionally they've not been popular. Approximately less than 1% of people actually buy into annuities. Um, but again, they are a great option for those who are looking for more security.
Yeah, and with annuities too, you're getting that sort of guaranteed income, but that might mean that it's somewhat suppressed, right? Which is what our registered retirement income fund solves.
Yeah, so almost all Canadians move their money into registered retirement
Yeah.
income funds, but there they need to individually manage the funds investments and drawdown. They also are often face very high fees in a registered retirement income fund. Uh, the real challenge with the registered retirement income fund is the fact that they are made, you have to take a minimum withdrawal each year. And according to modeling, that would mean that by about age 95, uh, the payments will go down dramatically. So about 1 in 4 Canadians with money, they'll live beyond age 95. So you basically have a very good probability of living beyond your RIF.
Okay. Now we do have a chart that kind of shows both sides, annuities and RIFs, and then your proposal, this dynamic pension pool. Can you talk about this and what your team is proposing and how this solves some of those issues?
Right. So dynamic pensions, they're not new. They've existed around the world, and they're really seen now internationally as the solution to the pension crisis. So what they're basically enabling retirees to do is to pool their money together. So in fact, they're actually keeping their money in a pension plan, but then they also dynamically share the longevity risk. And by doing so, they're actually able to get higher expected returns by also maintaining a stable source of pension income. So basically, what DP pools are doing is that they're allowing retirees to stay in the capital markets, but they're also giving longevity protection. And they're able to do that by basically pooling the risk so that each year the pension could go up and down. But so they have a fundamentally different structure than the current options, because in an annuity you're basically forced into a very conservative investment strategy, and in the RIF you're going to potentially run out of money. So it's really taking the best key features from both, bringing them together and creating a new product that is going to solve a very big problem for Canada.
Okay, so we have about a minute before commercial break, and we'll talk obviously more about DP plans. But when you say pooling, what do investors or potential investors in this have to be aware of?
Well, the one thing they have to be aware of is the pension plan can fluctuate. It's not like an annuity where you get that guaranteed income. But at the same time, what we do know from research is that people in retirement, they can tolerate a little fluctuation. But what they can't tolerate is running out of money. So this is why this is such a powerful solution, because it's such an improvement over the RIF, which is currently the way that the majority of Canadians are drawing down their retirement savings.
And if I'm correct, is this similar to variable payment life annuities?
They're
Or is that
similar
different?
in the respect that you're sharing, your payments are attached to the investments.
Okay.
But the difference is that the mortality is also being pulled together, and what that means is that the whole group. It's you can almost think of it as a cooperative DB plan.
Right.
So normally
Okay.
DB plans, you have the sponsor taking on the risk,
Yeah.
but in this, the risk is being shared.